right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniel Abate-Daga. I'm the scientific director for the cell therapies and gene engineering facility at Moffitt Cancer Center. And today I would like to share with you and showcase some of the capabilities for cell manufacture and vector manufacture that we have in-house. For those who are not familiar with the institution, we are an NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center located in the west coast of Florida, in the Tampa Bay area. And we have a long tradition and trajectory in the research, development, and implementation of different kinds of immunotherapy, including cell therapies. Our senior leadership includes some of the pioneers in the field, including Dr. Patrick Hu, who is our CEO and president, Dr. Jim Mullet, who serves as the Associate Center Director for Translational Sciences, and Dr. Fred Locke, who is the chair of the Department of Blood and Marrow Transplantation. And he also oversees the clinical operations designed to specifically treat patients who receive cell therapies or other forms of immunotherapy with high risk of toxicity. So over the years, we have acquired extensive expertise in the field, and we have done so through internal operations and also through partnering with external clients and alliance partners, of which I will name a few in the next slides. In total, historically, we have supported 50 plus INDs for cell therapies. Currently, we have 15 that we're actively supporting at the facility, and we have treated over 1,500 patients with CAR T cells. So, as mentioned before, this unit for the manufacture of cell therapies has been created in 2006 to provide service for internal investigators or internal clinical trials, but we have also had clients who contract our manufacturing services, and also partners that we supported in bigger endeavors, including not just the manufacturing of the cells, but also the clinical testing, in some cases research and development as well. To put things in temporal perspective, here's a timeline. We opened the facility in 2006. Before that, there was a pre-existing, very robust blood and marrow transplant clinical unit, after which we model our IST service, or Immune and Cell Therapies clinical service. Shortly after we initiated the operations in the facility in 2007, we started a partnership with Genesis Biopharma, as it was called at the time, for the manufacture of clinical TIL. So I'm talking about almost 20 years in the field of TIL therapies. Over the years, we have expanded that collaboration, now under the brand name of Lion, well, then under the brand name of Lion, and later on as Iovance, culminating with the pivotal trials that were run at Moffitt, led by Dr. Almod Sarnaik, that culminated with the approval of Amtagvi for the treatment of malignant melanoma last year. In parallel, we have also partnered with Kite Pharma, and we have been an active player in their Zuma trials, led also by Dr. Fred Locke, that eventually led to the approval of Yescarta. And we treated the very first patient with the commercial CAR T cell. More recently, and I will briefly touch upon that in the next few slides, in 2023, we opened our vector manufacturing facility that now allow us to close the full circle of manufacturing needs for this type of gene engineered cell therapies. In addition to the companies that I mentioned, we have other partners, and we have also served multiple different academic collaborators as well. So in a way, we do operate like a traditional CDMO, even though we are an academic cancer center, but we can offer more than that. And this is one of the key differentiators for working with us, which includes not just the manufacturing per se, but as I mentioned before, different stages of development of process for the manufacturing. And in some cases, we have also supported collaborators in the development of earlier stage concepts that we help bring into the clinic. This process obviously involves support at the level of navigating the regulatory agencies through IND submissions, and we can run the clinical trials in-house as well, which has a number of benefits if you can just bring the cells across the street to the bedside. Our capabilities for cell manufacturing, including different cell types, and I will touch upon that later as well, but we have the longest expertise or experience with TIL and CAR-T manufacture. The emphasis on this idea of having an integrated ecosystem ranging from very early mechanistic research all the way through development and clinical translation and correlative science in some cases is what we think adds value to the services that we provide. And we have acquired that expertise through multiple different collaborations. So we have experience in accommodating the needs of different clients with different expectations and different product types. More specifically speaking about their cell therapies manufacturing unit, it currently has 20,000 square feet that accommodates more than 80 staff members distributed across multiple functional teams, including management of inventory, quality management, quality control, production, etc., and of course blood and marrow transplant products. We are currently accredited for by FACT since the early 2000s, and we are in a position where we can provide GMP-compliant products and processes for the execution of phase 1 and phase 2 trials in the US, and also we can accommodate production for EU-compliant products as well. In addition to the oversight from regulatory agencies in the US, we also get routinely audited by our partners as well. So we make sure that we can keep up with the quality and the needs. Speaking a little bit about the different type of cell products that we have manufactured over the years, as I mentioned before, TIL has been one of the first ones that we started with, but we also have extensive experience with gene-modified products such as CAR-T cells, TCR-T cells, also NK cells and T regulatory cells, and a very robust also research, manufacture, and clinical program on dendritic cell vaccines. If you have any other cell types that you would like to manufacture that you don't see in this list, feel free to contact us. I'm pretty convinced that we will be able to accommodate that as well. In terms of the processes that we have experience with, of course, tissue culture of primary cells, automated purification, isolation, and enrichment. And we can also help design and develop new analytical assays specific for your individual product. This is a 360-degree view of our vector manufacturing unit, which is newer. We opened 2 years ago as physically separated unit, so this doesn't occupy space or time from the 10 clean rooms that we use for cell manufacture. This is a separate ISO 7 certified unit, which has also ISO 8 certified support and storage area as well. The type of vectors that we have been manufacturing so far include gamma retroviral vectors and lentiviral vectors as well at both the research grade and GMP compliant grade. And we have this category that we call GMP-like, which essentially is a product manufactured under the same processes or following the same processes in the same location as the final GMP product would be, but has not completed yet the needed certification analysis in order to be stamped as GMP compliant. And we have used successfully this type of product as part of validation runs that we conduct in IND submissions for different types of cell therapy products. We can offer small to medium scale campaigns, which, as I mentioned, can support the execution of a phase 1 or phase 2 clinical trial. And so far, we have been working mostly on vectors used for the transduction of T cells of different kinds. I want to conclude this presentation by reinforcing this idea of our facility being part of a larger and integrated infrastructure, offering support at multiple different levels, including clinical services, regulatory assistance, and access to biobanked human samples that are useful for the development of these new concepts. And we strive to provide support to advance the innovation in the field of cell therapies. Here's the list of the leadership members of the facility. Dora Ko, our Director for Sales and Business Development, is also in attendance here. So I will encourage you to reach out to her or to me during the next 3 days if you have any other question. Also in attendance, not listed here, is Moffitt's Chief Bioengineering Officer as well, who can talk to you about the new technologies that he's developing and we plan to incorporate as part of our manufacturing operations. With that, thank you very much for your kind attention and have a good conference. I believe we have a couple of minutes in case somebody has a question now, otherwise we can talk afterwards. Yes? Can you repeat, please? Xenogenic cells. Not as part of the cell therapies facility. We would be able to produce those type of xenogenic cell products as part of the research operations, but not within the cell therapies facility, which is exclusively designed for human products that go into the patients. All right, thank you.